You are not Jolie. Donald Glover mocks Meg with main Miss Smith a dream role in Mr. and Mrs. Smith remake. Recently long-awaited TV remake of Mr. and Mrs. Smith is finally making its way to Amazon Prime Video, more than 2 years after it was officially announced. Co-created and executive produced by Donald Glover, the upcoming series is a reimagining of the 2005 film that starred Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie as married spies. After a lengthy development and production process, which included the recasting of Glover's co-star, Amazon Studios is now preparing to deliver the series to the world. On Thursday, Prime Video released a teaser to showcase the shows and movies set to hit the streaming service in the second half of the year. The teaser included a few scenes from Mr. and Mrs. Smith, along with news that the series will debut in November. A specific release date has not yet been announced. In addition to creating the series alongside Francesca Sloane, Donald Glover will be playing one of the titular spies in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. When the series was first announced, Fleabag creator and star Phoebe Waller-Bridge was set to star opposite Glover as the other half of the couple. Several months later, however, Waller-Bridge exited the project. Meanwhile, according to a production team member, Meghan Markle approached Donald Glover and asked that the Duchess be invited to play the female protagonist in this remade version. As everyone knows, Meghan Markle is always trying to find a way to return to acting and become Hollywood's second Angelina Jolie. Contrary to Meghan's wishes, Donald Glover slapped the Duchess in the face by completely ignoring the request, and the other lead role eventually went to Maya Erskine, the Emmy-nominated co-creator and star of Hulu's Pen 15. Erskine is also starred in the acclaimed romantic comedy Plus One and recently appeared in multiple episodes of Lucasfilm's Star Wars series Obi-Wan Kenobi. Previously, Meghan Markle gave up her career and quit acting 6 years ago when she got engaged to Prince Harry to work as a team with her husband. One report from Australia even claims that Meghan could land the leading role in the sequel to the 1992 classic movie, The Bodyguard. Kevin Costner is reporting pitching the sequel, and a source claims Meghan is interested in the project. But Kevin has passed an agent to refute this bogus rumor. The cast of Mr. and Mrs. Smith also includes I May Destroy You's Michael Cole and the Batman star John Turturro and Paul Dano. It wasn't surprising to see Waller-Bridge attached to the Mr. and Mrs. Smith series when it was first announced, especially since she has an overall deal with Amazon and she has worked with Glover on Solo, a Star Wars story. However, creative differences led her to depart the series in 2021. Ahead of her starring in turn in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny this summer, Waller-Bridge was asked about her departure from Mr. and Mrs. Smith. She compared it to the marriage that simply did not work out. I worked on that show for 6 months, full in heart and mind, and really cared about it, and still care about it, she told Vanity Fair last month. And I know it's going to be brilliant, but sometimes it's about knowing when to leave a part. You don't want to get in the way of a vision. Some marriages just don't work out, she added. In 2019, Donald Glover, Kensington Palace announced that Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were engaged. Most Twitter users did nothing but praise her. The idea that Markle married a white man didn't seem to disturb anyone. However, things are completely different in Donald Glover's case, as many people have criticized him for dating a non-black woman. People started talking about Glover after he released his music video, This Is America, wherein he addressed some of the problems that black people face in the U.S. Those against Glover said that he must not talk about the topic because he is dating a white woman. Many Twitter users identified that there was too much hypocrisy in the comments of those who blamed Glover but praised Markle, and they tweeted about it. One of them was Twitter user Daniel Sun, who commented that the same women who attacked Glover for his relationship were applauding Markle for marrying Harry. He ended his comment pointing out that people need to keep the same energy.